Hey, welcome to another Quality Time. James here, Quality Lead at Dark Threat Fab. You can find us on the web at darkthreatfabrication.com. We're coming live to you today from a roadside sign so you can enjoy with us the fresh air and the warm sunshine. So if you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, he said that the base of his pyramid was psychological needs. So as long as you had food, air, water, clothing, shelter, that was the basis of everything that you needed, and everything built upon that. Had a college professor who used to say, if you can feed yourself, you have time for other things. While Maslow's hierarchy of needs didn't directly lead to Industry 1.0 and Quality 1.0, it sure did help. So this week we're going to start looking at the advances of Industry 1.0 and Quality 1.0. So the first industrial revolution, or Industry 1.0, began in the 18th century. While the dates are a little sketchy, it started probably around 1760 and lasted till about 1840, and it was primarily located in Britain. So we don't have the time nor the ability to go very deeply into a lot of things on these, but I do want you to know that when Industry 1.0, or the first industrial revolution, came about, it changed the very fabric of life. It changed the geopolitical, socio-economic factors of life in a way that I don't think anybody would have really fully expected. As we discussed last week, one of the things that Industry 1.0 changed rapidly was that it changed the society of agriculture. We looked at the statistics last week of how quickly agriculture went away. We focused on America, but it was pretty much around the world. It also moved us away from handcrafts, and it moved us into the age of machines. So the way of life in the first industrial revolution, it progressed rapidly. It went from individuals and craftsmen and guilds, and it went into these new things that were called businesses and organizations. So the foundations of Industry 1.0, or the first industrial revolution, were based on two primary factors, and the first one was steam power. This steam power primarily came as a result of coal. There was only one limitation to the effect of steam power, and it was that you had to be located close to a water source. But also in this, something that we need to take consideration in is that the steam engine allowed for large amounts of goods to be moved over great distances in less time. But if you think about what we just said, where were the factories located? By water sources. So locomotives and steamships, they just fit perfectly into the puzzle. And the second factor of Industry 1.0 was the actual mechanization of production. Machines took their place, and they became the center focus of the Industrial Revolution. So before the first Industrial Revolution, work was performed by man and animal. After the first Industrial Revolution, it was now man and machine, with emphasis on the latter. So Industry 1.0 made new innovations and new technologies possible. Things began to rapidly advance. One of the things is that iron began to be produced. Another one, and this was a big thing, was interchangeable parts became a game player. One of the first places these advances were seen were in the production of weaving looms, which changed the efficiency very quickly. So an early game changer in Industry 1.0 was the cotton gin. Gin coming from engine. This machine, patented by Eli Whitney, was a huge game changer. It changed efficiency to a whole new level. What used to take one man a whole day to do a pound of cotton, they could now do 50 pounds a day with one machine. So in Industry 1.0, quality, efficiency, and scale were all together in balance. So quality was there in Industry 1.0, but it was a lowercase q. It was there in its basic form. It had not matured just yet. And really, if you drill down and you look into the details, volume was more important than quality. So I want you to see and understand that we're not fighting a new fight. From the very beginning of the first industrial revolution, quality has always struggled to keep up with the pace and volume of production. So quality 1.0, as we again look at the details of the time, when you start looking at what lower Q quality was, it was largely based upon self-inspection, self-management of the worker actually making the part. So next time on Quality Time, we're going to start looking at industry and quality 2.0, and let me tell you, it's electrifying. Thanks for watching us, spending your time with us. Link up with us on the web, and again, thanks until next time. Bye.